Are you familiar with Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell, the Doomsday Killers? Let's talk about them. Hello, my people. How are you all doing? It's me, Sparta, and welcome to my channel. Hope you're all doing good here. This is a true crime tarot reading, and we're gonna get into this. I had planned on doing this recording sooner, okay, like last week, but due to circumstances, I had to wait, and I couldn't say why, but I'll tell you now. So I live in Boise, Idaho, which is in Ada County. And one of the counties next to us over in eastern Idaho is where Rexburg, Idaho is, where the remains of Tylee and JJ were found. Two young people who allegedly were murdered by their mother and her new husband. And this story is so crazy. And I've done some other videos on it. And you might have seen Sins of the Mother on Netflix. That kind of goes into the timeline of two of Lori's husband's mysterious deaths. People around him dying or getting shot at by allegedly one of the Vallows, like her brother Alex. No, Alex is, what's his last name? My mind just went blank. But her brother Alex, I did a reading on his death also. But he died after all these other kids, but people think that he had been part of what happened. And he did shoot and kill Lori's husband. He had claimed self-defense, but allegedly it's not. That's also being a bit. There's just so much chaos. Now, as I was saying, okay, so it's being tried here. The case for the deaths of Chad Daybell's wife. Yes, she died. Saying, and Chad and Lori got married and ran off to Hawaii, and no one could figure out where their kids were. It's just been crazy. I remember when the Amber Alert came out for them in December, and they're like, oh, the kids have been missing for 2 months. And I'm like, well, that's not good. And you were just now hearing about it. And so, yeah, I've been following this story. It's kind of, it hit me here. And then my wife got noticed for jury duty. You heard me right. And we were like, oh, she's just missed it. She's not going to be involved with the Lori Vallow Daybell case, Doomsday, killing mom, allegedly killing mom. I've said alleged enough. So, y'all, it's all alleged. Trial's going on. And, well, she shows up Monday, and there were 4 groups, a very large, like over 400 in each group, okay, of people. She's in the first group. And she finds out then, right then and there, guess what case it's for? Yes, this case. And it was a little, we couldn't say anything, because my wife's opinion of Lori was basically, she was wearing a really bad, atrocious lip color, is what I heard. But yeah, so the jurors, they had this is the biggest jury pool ever here for this county. Nearly 2,000 people, I believe. Maybe they did do 2,000. Maybe there was more, but holy moly. And so they had to go through the whole process. And my wife used to be an attorney, and she worked it did her internship in the public defenders, worked in the public defender's office right there in the Ada County Courthouse where this is all out, So, she disclosed all this, and she disclosed the fact that, her wife, she's got a wife here does true crime tarot and, covered this case. And my wife disclosed, they were like, she was like, well, is this going to affect you if, you're biased on this at all? Because they're trying to find people who could be unbiased and maybe not have heard about this case here in Idaho. Like, hello? Well, my wife thought by Wednesday she would have heard that she was dropped. No, nothing. Wait around Friday, she's told the judge has put her on standby. And to call 2 p.m. Monday to find out, if she has to report in or not on Tuesday, as to be somebody who might possibly be a juror. Okay. If you've been following the case, that Monday they started going through possible jurors, and then Tuesday they were going through it again. So right now it's Wednesday. Drop something. So I gotta tell you, there must have been quite a number of people who were all told to call Monday at 2 p.m. because the phone line was dead. You couldn't get through for a while. Fortunately, my wife even received the email confirming that she was excused from the jury. So now that she's excused, I'm more comfortable about talking about this again. Okay, I couldn't do it knowing what the position my wife was in. Does that make sense to y'all? Okay, so so my wife was excused, and I'm grateful. They had said they weren't going to planning on sequestering the jury. What they were saying is this is could be 6 to 8 week case. They might have to sequester the jury during the deliberations, okay? But only then and it wasn't even definitive. I'm getting really cold in this room, so let me turn on my portable heater. And I'm drinking a nice cold coffee. That's smart Dee Dee here. But, so now you got a little bit of insight, from somebody who's married to somebody who is going through the jury process for the Lori Vallow Daybell case trial. So there you have it. That's why I had to stop my, my promise to do a reading on this case, but we're going to get into it now. Because, let's see what deck I want to use. My Haunted House deck. I like using this deck for true crime. And so y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm ready. Okay, we're going to get into this. Remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. That allegedly Lori killed her children. May have had her husbands killed. Who knows what actually happened with the brother. Had Chad Daybell's wife. This is all alleged. Okay. Originally, Chad and Lori were to be tried together. Recently, because prosecution brought out more evidence on Chad, and they were like, hey, this coming in late, we need more time to review this so that, we know what we're against here. So the judge did finally say, okay, Lori's case, we still stick in the timeline, but I'll give Chad more time, and so they will be tried separately. So that's been a big change in this. If you weren't sure, right now they're looking at Tammy Daybell's deaths, Tylee and JJ, Josh. Okay? And that's what we're going to get into. And this is really sensitive. This case just really bothers me. And if you, like I said, I have gone through a whole timeline of them, and I'll leave links below with the playlist to the other videos I've done on this. Okay? So are you ready? You're ready? Oh, we're ready, aren't we? Yes, we are more than ready. I know I'm ready. I'm really curious about the comings out of this trial. Um, they are not allowing cameras into broadcasting live, and that, I know a lot of people, originally they were, but Lori and Chad did not want those cameras in, apparently. The judge finally, was agreed, yeah, no cameras. I think, but you can watch, like, you can line up, and they have this lottery to get into the courthouse to watch it. And then they have a couple off-site locations, even one in the county over in by Rexburg. That county, they are broadcasting it so people can, watch the trial. So you kind of have to get in on this lottery, wait in line, get enough. It's a little bit of a pain, but they do have extra locations where people can sit and watch. Okay, here we go. Okay, this card flew out. Well, 3 cards just pop, pop, pop. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have, ooh. The images on this card just like striking for me. Okay, so this is the Page of Pentacles, and there's 2 birds flying over this woman in the card, and it kind of evokes like angels I was seeing. Oh, okay. And then we have the 2 of Wands. Okay. Mm. Did she have life insurance policies on her children? No, she wouldn't have hid their deaths. She did. She thought she had a life insurance policy on her one husband, Charles Vallow. Charles had already changed who would receive the money. So after he was killed, Lori didn't get the money. It was going to be like $1 million or something. But this is something to do with greed, and a woman, and I'm thinking, oh, this is Tammy. She was killed because Lori wanted money. She needed money, and she wanted to marry Chad. I'm seeing here, she's the one who pushed it. Boy, did she push it. Chad is not as smart as he likes to think he is, and I get that real strong feeling about that. She's been manipulating him. This is conflict about it. I think it was like they had argued, I can leave my wife and be with you. But Lori wanted money, and so I am seeing that is the reason for what happened to Tammy. Allegedly, folks. Okay, so the High Priestess is reversed. And I'm seeing, we got the parallels with the 2 and the 2s. My heater turned off. Let me turn that back on. It needs to stay on a little longer, please. Shit. There's a lot of, this is like about a hidden agenda. This is selfish. I think there's more to this whole cult that they're in. The Page of Pentacles, that is about getting money. It's about ambition. So this whole thing, a lot of this was all about money, and I'm getting, we were targeting people who were against us, calling them zombies to manipulate others to side with us and not. It was like a way of gaslighting. Try to isolate people from those whom would be trying to get them to leave or to not believe the crazy stuff that Chad Daybell was teaching as a prophet. And here's the Page of Cups, and it's reversed, and it's, right under the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Cups, we got the birds again. That is a big, strong theme for some reason. I am, the Page, this is, being really insecure. It's also emotionally immature. I have a feeling that Chad, there's some, and maybe even Lori, there's like this immaturity emotionally that they hadn't fully developed. Which is making it easy to be manipulated by Lori. Yes. Okay. Here's the Emperor reversed. Okay. So Chad, she chose Chad because she thought he had more power over her other husband. She liked this whole idea of thinking of like she's like a goddess, a godlike figure. She really thrived on like feeling like she's in the inner knowing of things, spiritually, and like she set her eyes on Chad. One, she felt she could manipulate him. Two, he had already started, he had his books, his podcast, he had a lot of stuff going, and his apocalypse coming and zombies. She, because she did grow up in LDS, and this is kind of like an offshoot of an LDS kind of thing, which you will see up here in Idaho. The offshoots. Now there are regular Mormons here, and I love my Mormon family. I love you guys. They, Chris's family, a lot of them, Mormons, but they have been so accepting of Chris and I. So that's been nice. That's been nice. But you got these extremists out there, and they hold crazy views like people are zombies. They're possessed by demons, and the only way to free them from this demon possession is to kill them. Yes. And so we have the Nine of Cups reversed. The Two of Pentacles. Well, things went south for her. I think Chad and Lori might have had a lot of arguing between the two of them. But Chad was mesmerized. I'm really sensing. I was like, from his view, Lori was like a goddess. She was this beautiful woman who was accepting of him, and his beliefs, and kind of pushed him up on that pedestal, okay? And he really liked it. But he wasn't really seeing that he's being manipulated. And you see the man, he's like, with the cups. I've got for all my stuff. I'm happy, you know. But it's reversed because he walked into a trap. Especially, I don't know. This guy knew about Lori's past husbands, and then the deaths of them. She's almost like a Black Widow, allegedly. Okay. But yeah, so I would, if you don't know, I would have been concerned. Now we have the Two of Pentacles, and this is making bad financial decisions. Bad. They, and, so I think this is why, they made such bad choices to try and get money. She was apparently, I'm thinking someone's in a lot of debt, or they need a lot of money to do something with their religious sect. It's like I'm hearing compound, wanting to get more land and build upon it, and oh yeah, everyone's gonna stay safe. Now the Knight of Swords reversed popped out over here. And this is making hasty, bad decisions on the, just reckless. This is reckless, unpredictable. This is being, saying just harsh, cruel things, very pushy and aggressive. And I see that Lori was that way to Chad and just kind of just kept pushing and pushing him, making him think, she's got the best interest for him and she's the right one for him. So I wasn't sure what I'd get in this reading, but we're getting more of it. I'm seeing more of what happened, how Lori and Chad, who's kind of been behind the manipulations. Are we going to see justice? I don't know. I know Lori's going to try, she try and pull some things. Maybe people are going to think she's not mentally with it. I'm hearing there's just problems with jurors, trying to get jurors. A lot of indecisiveness, people who depict. Lori wants to be in charge. I'm hearing that. Lori wants to be in charge. Her attorney's trying to hold her back. Like, no, you sit back. I'll listen, I'm hearing what you want. I'll do, I'll try, but don't speak up. Step back. He doesn't want her to come across as a aggressive, pushy woman. Okay. And, well, she might be one, but he's wanting to try, it's like she's got to look like a victim, that she's been manipulated. And I think we're going to kind of see, oh, poor little Lori is what she's going to try and play. Her energy just makes me want to puke. It's absolutely disgusting. Very narcissistic. She's a good actress, good at pretending, convincing people of things. Her how she will carry herself, I think she's very deceptive. And I kind of see a lot of that with the High Priestess card that was reversed. That's like her energy right there. Yeah. Oh, we got that reading done. I hope you appreciate this reading. I'm glad I did it. I kind of been wondering about the dynamic about Chad and Lori and kind of what happened to Tammy, and I feel like she felt almost blindsided. She knew she couldn't trust Lori. And Chad, I seen, oh gosh, I'm seeing this through Tammy's eyes. Arguing, she trying to plead with him, don't trust Lori. She's a problem. And that made her look, in his eyes, like, with the way Lori was putting him on a pedestal, like, yeah, you know better, you know everything. Um, she knew she was a target and would have been deemed as zombie possessed by a demon. She sensed, she knew, um, she had hoped Chad wouldn't, but take things that far, but with Lori there behind him manipulating it, it happened. Um, Allegedly. What I'm seeing, she's at peace right now. It's like the world now knows this. I didn't pass away of natural causes. The world now knows the lies Chad and Lori have been spreading. I think she's so at peace that even if they didn't get charged guilty, it's like she's like, everything's played out already in the eyes of everybody else. So whether a court of law says they're guilty or not, in everybody else's eyes, she kind of says people are going to question Chad and Lori, and she is quite content with that. There's no forgiveness. It's just they're gonna, what they reap is what they sow, and they're not going to get away with it, even if they did end up in jail. She's comforted by that. Interesting. She had children, didn't she? I think they were older. She's watching over them. She really is. She's watching over her family, wanting to protect them and to love them. That's just kind of what I'm sensing from Tammy. And she had such a sweet disposition. She didn't always agree with Chad, but she kind of felt like, I'm married and I'm in this marriage and I have to make it work. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from her. And she now thinks it was pretty ridiculous, all this apocalypse and the planning and everything. It's like, now I'm here on the other side. I'm seeing, the craziness now and enlightened, She's trying to make sure her kids are protected from, falling into anything, being deceived. Whew, I didn't expect that. But there you go. I ended up with a psychic reading too. That's cool when that happens, actually. Sometimes I'm willing to open myself up, and I was willing to open myself up to Tammy. I felt her energy would have been okay, and it wasn't going to harm me. And I feel very, subdued, laid back, kind of like it's going to be okay kind of feeling I get, which is nice. It's a nice feeling. All right, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please like, subscribe, share this video with others. And let me know what you want to see me do done next. I love y'all. And I'll see you next time. Remember, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. I love you. Bye.